So just imagine that you're like 9 years old and you're scrolling through YouTube with your unrestricted internet access, and you encounter a cute looking cartoon with cute looking happy pastel characters, but then a minute in, a host face gets ripped clean off. So Ice Cold Lemonade, we're gonna figure out why it's called that momentarily. Starts out honky-dory. The little animals are making their little lemonade. They don't speak English, they communicate through giggles and chirps. So the pink one realizes, darn, we're out of lemonade, but no problem, I'll just make some more. She evades cutting off her finger just to very shortly after have their poorly built sign fall off the bone and Skinner Wienered her stuff off the bone. Then the blue one mid-chug is like, oh snap, I'm so shocked, I'm gonna spit this right in your face. They're able to DIY the sign back together, but the pink one has to get back to work, even with her entire face being a raw open wound. And she's probably getting paid what, like 2 nickels every hour? And once again, the sign is holding up about as well as my desire to function around other human beings in society, and it absolutely obliterates the blue one. Her entire eyeball just falls out the socket and rolls right on over, to which the pink one, obviously blind as a doorknob, is like, oh, a lemon, because I guess the texture of an eyeball is the same as the texture of a lemon. Then we proceed to get a very close-up and intimate visual of the eyeball being juiced and prepared to be lemonade, because we needed to see that in that much detail. So thank you, Mondo Media. 9-year-old me was very enamored by this. No, I'm dead serious. This was my stuff as a child. It was jarring initially, but then as I started watching more and more, I actually started to like it. Like legit, I actually had a whole phase where this is all I would watch. Something may have been wrong with me. So the pink one takes a fat sip of the forbidden lemonade and she's like, ugh, this is gank. And somehow apparently stirring a teaspoon of sugar in it helps. And I'm sure she's probably oblivious to the fact that she hasn't heard from her friend in like 10 minutes, because she's tongue-in-cheek. Rewatching this one is going to be an experience. It's still burned in here. It starts out with the blue one, that this nigga may be like a wombat or something, I don't know. He's on a date with himself, trying to mind his business and tend to his business, when he gets cracked in the back of his skull by a baseball, hitting him at 45 miles per hour. The culprit is a blue moose who's about as intelligent as a half-eaten cranberry. He turns to go back to his picnic, but he catches an ant jacking one of hhis grapes. So he's like, oh, bet. So he goes and hides, and his tongue slithers out, and it's like that long. So I don't know how long this dude's appendage is, but he's able to chase the ant with it all throughout his picnic. He's taste testing everything until he tastes her. He's about to go in for the killing blow, but she evades, and it knocks over a cup of scalding hot tea that burns his appendage. So the ant literally climbs up an entire tree, and the appendage is still able to keep up with her. She's able to narrowly escape by way of lake, but he's still hot on her heels. Some blind nigga is taking pictures for some reason. It's not like he's gonna be able to see him. She finally sees her anthill in the distance and thinks that she's home free, but then she trips like a white girl in a horror movie. Right as the appendage is about to eat her booty like groceries, it abruptly stops because the dumb nigga has his cleats all over it. So the ants are literally on their turf, in their crib, minding their business, and this dude is in the bushes hiding, stalking them, scoping them out, so that he can pull up and Happy Meal these niggas. So now he thinking he the man, he thinking he got this in the bag. He's like, oh buddy, I'm finna be eating good tonight. There's a knock at the door and the ants answer it, and they're like, is this a skinwalker? Who is this? So he proceeds to stick his entire arm through their front door. It's probably musty. We don't know what he's been doing with it. And they're like, oh my God, this is terrifying. So this is where it starts getting jacked up, because that fast they're able to sew it. So they sew his stuff to the interior of their house, and now he can't pull it out. So he's like, oh snap, I'm stuck. And they start pulling my man's fingernails off. I'm really bad when it comes to pulling off the fingernails, and then they showed it in like really intimate detail that we didn't really need. And the other aunt is like egging her on. She's like, yes, torture him, ruin him, destroy him. And then they're so freaking disrespectful, they gonna sprinkle salt in it because that was necessary. But I mean, I guess he is trying to But I mean, I guess also at the same time, can you blame them? Because they're minding their business, they're in their crib, and you're trying to eat them for no reason when you literally have a whole picnic of food. So the dude is like, oh my god, I am in excruciating pain, and he's trying to pull his arm out of the thing. And I'm guessing these little characters are about as durable as tissue paper because his arm starts coming off the bone. And as this dude is trying to pull his stuff back, he literally skins his stuff right off the bone, and he's like, oh my god. So he goes off and he's able to get it fixed, but I guess this nigga still didn't learn nothing because now he's trying to use a robot, quantum brain powered robot, to go in there and do his bidding. So he goes back to their crib in disguise this time, and he walks up in there and pulls out the big guns, and they're like, oh Jesus. This freaking Terminator ant blows up their crib. Disrespectful. And they're forced to run for their lives until they end up by an outlet. So as they think they're about to be mollywopped, they're able to move out of the way of the ant's blade, and it gets electrocuted, which then in turn electrocutes the blue nigga too. So his stuff is just getting absolutely toasted. And then when he finally gets up and gets his bearings, the ants are there already, and he's like, one of the ants is able to pull a Uno reverse card, put the helmet on, and now it's controlling him. So the ant starts putting the little nigga through torture and makes him eat a razor apple, and he's like, how you like them apples? And then once again, of course, we get a very close-up, intimate, detailed visual of his teeth getting absolutely just torn up and shredded by these damn razors. It's great. It's absolutely amazing. He's in so much pain. He's suffering, and then he's forced to put his tongue through a shredder. Had his stuff looking like string cheese. And then they gonna make the dude knot his stuff to a paddle so he can helicopter himself to death. So then the end gets even more disrespectful because now the ants are going about their lives, but they turn my man into a house. Like a 3-story, 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom, plus probably a garage house with a walkway and everything.
But my friend, I see nothing. Just wait till I